For the Member of Parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, it is exactly a year construction work on the National Cathedral project was suspended. Hence, there is the need for the government to terminate the contract and dissolve the Board of Trustees to save the country of the cost that could be incurred.
Finances are in dire straits. The government itself admits that is why it has made an embarrassing U-turn on the issue of road tolls. It is desperate, looking for money anywhere, everywhere, at the same time. And yet, the government is refusing to abrogate this National Cathedral project, which clearly has become a pipe dream, a castle in the air, a project which cannot materialize. The original scheduled completion date was March next year, March 2024. Without any delays, without any suspension. Here we are on the first anniversary of suspension of works. Clearly, this project cannot be completed. It cannot see the light of day. And instead of the president looking on whilst cost is accumulated, whilst we have to pay all of this extension of time claims, standing time claims, abortive and reworks due to suspension of works. It is time for this contract to be abrogated. It is time for the National Cathedral project to be cancelled. The Board of Trustees should be dissolved. The Secretariat should be closed down. Everybody should be asked to go home and let us save money. The millions of dollars that are being accumulated is not worth it. It's the most reckless and unconscionable thing to do at this time of our national economic predicament.
In an interaction with Citi News, the Member of Parliament for Wa Central, Rashid Purple, urged the police to render an apology to residents of Dondoli in the Wa community following the killing of a middle-aged man by the police on suspicion of being a member of a robbery gang in the area.
I want to urge the police through the IGP to go into this matter, to call on his people to avoid shooting at our people. The life of a person is such an important thing to the family, to the individual, to society, to the extent that you don't just take an hour or a minute, a second to shoot and kill the person. And I will want the police to listen to the community what they are saying. No matter what happens, no court, no legal institution has branded the gentleman an armed robber. So they can't tell us he was an armed robber.
Speaking to journalists, the Member of Parliament for Bongo, who doubles as a member of the Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, Edward Bauer, raised eyebrows over the source of fuel for the government's good for oil policy.
You will recall that just last weekend, Bloomberg had reported that the source of this particular petroleum products is from Russia. Indeed, on February 24th, since February 24th, there has been a ship that is hovering on our waters because the source of the product is Russia. And Russia currently is on economic, embargo with us. So the question you then ask yourself, some of the OMCs like Total, Shell, these are Western countries who have been given explicit instructions not to do anything with Russia. And therefore, even in terms of their product, you can't commingle their products as long as the product is coming from that. Two, the general stance of government of Ghana and the state Ghana since independence up to now has been one of non-alliance. What is the implications of this on our negotiations on the IMF?
He also raised concerns about the ACA AGM deal of the government.
On what basis did the economic management team, led by Baumia, approve that government should spend close to 1.3 billion in acquiring the interest of AGM in that particular block? What has been the interest of government with the whole saga of Ake? Because as we speak today, Ake, based on just the DWT, that's the Ake block, they were supposed to have brought what we call the plan of development to the Minister of Energy for approval. As we speak now, that has not been done.
During proceedings on Tuesday, the House continued with its debate on the State of the Nation address presented by President Akufo-Addo in Parliament.
Conspicuously missing was Agenda 111. Mr. Speaker, and I am not surprised that he didn't talk about Agenda 111 in details because all is not well with the Agenda 111. Mr. Speaker, at the 8th COVID-19 update delivered by the President, he promised the good people of this country about the construction of health facilities in this country. The real state of the Agenda 111 is that millions of dollars have been given to contractors and yet they are not on site. Millions of dollars, Mr. Speaker.
If you go to Nigeria, a country that's very close to us, Mr. Speaker, they are queuing for fuel. Mr. Speaker, Kenya, they are queuing for fuel. Not too long ago, even France, they were queuing for fuel. But if you come to Ghana and you visit any of our filling stations, they are relaxed, they are enjoying, because there is no pressure. No one is queuing for fuel in this country. This is due to good governance and the good work done by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, clearly showing that this country is well and this is the true state of our country.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Aikwe Okain for Citi News.